Hey everybody, it's Charlene here with Bathhouse Soapery, and I've got quite the setup going on over here. So I wanted to do something cool today, do something cool and talk about something very cool. So I've set up for soap making. I'm sure none of you have ever seen me do that before, and maybe some of you haven't, so I'm very excited to do this on camera. But I wanted to talk about a soap that we have for Halloween. So this is our Black Cat soap. I'm going to show you how I pour and how I decorate the tops, because when we put the photo out for Black Cat, it went crazy. People were like, what is this? What's on top? How did you do that? Is it airbrush? How much time did it take? All that. So I thought, you know what, I'll just show you how it's made, because a lot of people loved seeing the top of it. The soap itself is absolutely awesome. So I'm going to talk to you about that while we're going here, but I'm set up to make soap. I've got my stuff prepped for the top. I actually already made my soap batter. So the soap is just about ready to pour right here in the mold. I'm actually going to put my goggles on because I am working with raw soap right now in very liquid form. So I've already put the activated charcoal. This is packed with activated charcoal, so it's an awesomely detoxifying soap. It gives it its natural black color, which is so gorgeous. And then we decorate the tops in a way. So I'm gonna stir this a little bit, and then you're gonna see me pour it off. We're gonna add some fragrance, pour it in the mold, and get going. So it might be a little loud for you to start here, but I promise I'll keep it quiet after that. So for everyone that has already went on and purchased the Black Cat soap, the first round that we made, that we sold like right away after our announcement of our fall and winter launch, thank you. That blew our minds. We already had a batch go to our Hot Springs boutique. It sold out almost immediately, and we're just completely thrilled that you are so digging the Black Cat soap. So what the Black Cat soap is all about is $5 from every bar is going to go to a local shelter, cat shelter in the areas that we have our boutique. So Natchitoches, Louisiana, Hot Springs, Arkansas, Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and St. Charles, Missouri. So anywhere close to our boutiques, whatever the stores sell individually, we are going to donate. And then online, we're going to split it up and send it to all 4 locations. So this is to help and aid in homing and care for black cats. Black cats and black dogs are both the last to be homed, which is so sad, because I have 2 black cats myself. I have a pedigreed Persian, and then I have a Persian that we took in from a customer of ours. Black cats are the hardest to home, and during this time of year, you need to take extra care of them because stuff happens to them at Halloween. And actually, there's a black dog that just walked right through the door. Max, no boy, you have to stay out. I'm going to get you. We're going to talk about black dog soap too real quick while he's in here. I guess he's here to remind me of this. But in the spring, we are going to launch a black dog soap that will have the same mission. $5 from every bar will go to a shelter locally for black dogs. But for Halloween, we're going to work on black cats. So here we go. We're going to start pouring this soap. Here we go. So this is our black soap. This is the base of the soap. So I'm going to pour it in this front one first. Whoops, got him. This table's a little high, but it's the best I had at the time. Oh my goodness, it smells absolutely incredible. So as you can see, this beautiful black soap is filling the mold. I just love this soap. I love looking at the black, like the pitch black, but wait till you see what we're going to do with it. You're going to love the tops. All right, so it looks like it's setting up pretty good here. I'm so happy to see that. I think we're gonna get some good whippiness, and maybe in just a couple more minutes, it'll be ready. A couple more seconds here. So I just want to, one more time, thank you guys. If you followed us for our fall launch, if you watched that hour-and-a-half video, I think it was, and you watched everything that came out in our fall launch, and then you went absolutely berserkoid crazy, ordering everything, even though nothing had a photo, which cracked me up. I'm like, people are ordering stuff and there's no photo at all, and I just loved it. It was so endearing to see that, and I just want to thank you if you followed us on the launch and you purchased, and it's just completely made our day. My staff was over the moon excited because we were all so excited about the products. We were so excited about what we had made this year and what we had created and done, so they were so happy to see that you were just as excited about it. So I'm just going to take my measuring spoon and I don't know, I don't think it's OCD. I don't believe that I have OCD, but maybe I do. But I notice when measurements are off even like a minute amount. I don't know. It's like I can look at something and just be like, that needs blank, that needs this. So I can see like when something isn't perfectly measured or whatever. My husband is putting new crown molding up at Villainess Soaps, which is another soap company that we just, that we're opening a brick and mortar on. And he was putting the trim up, and we had agreed on a certain inches from the top that I wanted it. And when I came in, I immediately was like, that's not what we talked about. I can see it. He's like, how can you tell? I can tell. It's like an inch off. It's an inch lower than what we discussed and agreed on. I know it's so annoying, but I can just tell. I can hang something perfectly straight. I don't need a level. I don't know. My brain just knows what to do. I think we're about ready to whip it up, whip it good. So what I do is I just start in the corner. Oh, this is beautiful. This is going to be so pretty. And we have little marks in these molds that show us where the loaves are going to be cut when we cut them. So I kind of use those as a guide point in where I'm going to whip the top to give it the best effect. Now, once you cut these soaps into, 1-inch slices, the total effect is there, but it's not as impactful as it is when you're working with a whole mold like this. But you can get a bar that'll have a little whip, like a little dollop on it. And people just go crazy for it. And I love it too, because I'm like, oh, I want that one with the little whippy top on it. I don't know why I like that so much. So I just kind of start with really making a whippy design. So I'm going to come back over this probably a couple more times, but I like to just get the dimension and the texture going. And this one's a little more textured than I normally do because of the topping I'm going to put on it, the different micas that we're going to color the soap with. When it has this more of a whippy vibe to it, it's going to give those colors more pop. So I just go through, and let me tell you, whatever hand you're doing this with, that shoulder burns about mold 2.5. And I already feel it. Look at that go. Another thing I want to thank you guys about, I'm so over the moon about that. Ooh, this one's really looking good, guys. I wanted to thank you for everyone who voted for me in the Mrs. Fabulous Face contest for Mrs. America. So I've been back home. Well, it's already been a month. I cannot believe it's already been a month that I competed at Mrs. America. I want to thank you guys if you went on and voted. I actually won Mrs. Fabulous Face, which was so amazing. We didn't know we won at the time. It was just, I got called into the top 15, and I was so excited just to be called into the top 15. And then they announced that I won Mrs. Fabulous Face too. So I was just like, thank you guys. If it wasn't for you, I would not have been able to be Mrs. Fabulous Face. So if you were in the store and you voted in the store with the girls, thank you. Or if you were just online and you went to the mrsamerica.com website and voted, thank you for that. I'm so excited. That award is so cool. And it's neat because I get to be on the homepage of the Mrs. America website with the winner. So I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Neat. I don't know. I get giddy over the craziest things, but I did really work hard to do my best at nationals, and I had an amazing time. I savored every second that I was there and just completely owned every nanosecond of it as if I wasn't going to ever experience it again. And I probably won't. I'm sure I won't. I know I won't. But I just went through and said, hey, this is the last chance I might get to do this, to be on this kind of stage. So thank you guys for backing me and being there. It was a completely different experience than what I experience every day in our work and business. So that was such a cool thing, a cool opportunity for me. And I love it. I love pageantry. It's a part of my life now. And thank you guys for that if you voted. So here's the first pass. So you can kind of see when we first started out that we had these flat molds, just flat, beautiful molds. And then now we have some whip tops. So I'm going to let it kind of set a little bit more, and then I'm going to go back over it one more time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm doing the second swipe. So you're going to see the tops of this mold really start to get high. Look at that. Oh my God, can you see this? I hope you can. Ooh, this bad boy is really set up. Sometimes the heat is a very big contributing factor to how fast the soap solidifies. And this was the first one I poured, so I can tell he's been sitting there with the heat on underneath. His undercarriage is hot, so it's making it set up. So I'm not going to give him too much more attention, otherwise I won't get that whipped effect. I'll get more of like a gooey look to it, and we don't want that. So the soap has solidified. It is ready into the point of where I can decorate the tops. A lot of times I'll wait till tomorrow, like 24 hours, and let it sit up. But for the sake of doing this video with you and talking through it, it's ready now. So here's what we got. So as you can see, the soap sort of went to this matte look. It's just going to continue to heat up and become soap over the next 24 hours. And we're going to decorate the tops with the beautiful micas and turn this into the black cat soap you know and love and you saw on our website and on Facebook. So what I'm going to do is I start with spraying my special little concoction spray in the areas that I want to mica dust. And we're going to just start there. So I take my very sophisticated tool, a blush brush, and I put a little orange or whatever color we're going to use, and I just go through and I make big impactful swoops over this soap. So big hunks of color just sporadically with the colors that I'm using. And then if it starts to powder up, I put my magic little formula over it and it helps shimmer it out and spread it really good. So you're going to start to see this come alive like crazy. Forgot to spray that part. Give it a little spray everywhere. So this gives us the dimension. I love doing this. It is expensive, just to let you know. This is not an inexpensive process. This micas, the beautiful high quality lab created micas that we use, are not inexpensive whatsoever. They are quite a treat to have on the soap. So we make the soap with them. If you follow Villainous Soaps, that is our other beauty company, my other baby that I love so much. It's kind of the dark side of Bathhouse. Bathhouse is like the light, bright, you know, even though we're making like a pitch black soap right now for Halloween, it's got more of an attitude. Villainous does. Keep forgetting to spray my goodness here. It has more of an attitude. The scents are a lot heavier. They're very much darker. The image and the overall appeal and the vibe that Villainous gives off is quite sultry and completely different. So it's like the bad girl side, Sinner and Saint sort of effect. So anyway, what I was getting at is if you follow me or follow Villainous, you'll know that we're building out its brick and mortar store in Hot Springs, right next to the Bathhouse Soapery. It's going to be more focused on perfume and colored cosmetics. And we just finished the floor there, and I customized the floor. We did an epoxy floor. We had the epoxy floor poured, but instead of using the traditional epoxy colorant micas that you would use in an epoxy floor, we used our micas that we make the cosmetics with. So it was like so mind-blowing. So if you check out Villainous Soaps Facebook page or Instagram, you will see the awesome floor with the different mica. So it's like a very pitch black mica. There was a 24 karat gold mica, a coppery mica, a silver mica. It was so many different colors. When you go in there, the dimension is so pretty. So we hope to open that in a couple months, but like I said, it's going to be more perfumey and color cosmetics. So those are two lines I've wanted to expand really big at Bathhouse, and then getting the opportunity to do it at Villainous is like my dream come true. So very, very different than Bathhouse Soapery, but still very indie beauty on a whole other level. So I'm just getting my big orange splotches here to start. And the reason I love this is no bar is the same, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. It is completely a creative outlet and process that just really gets me going. So if I were to cut the soap open right now, if I were to stab the soap with a knife, which I've been known to do before, especially when it's not turning out, it would be a gel underneath. So this is like a top crust that's happening right now that goes over the soap, and there's a gel that would be under it. It's in the gel phase is what it's called. So it would look like a translucent jelly. And it'll be in that state for a few hours, and then it'll completely solidify and become the soap of your dreams. Okay, so there's the orange layer. We got that down right, and it just looks like, okay, whatever, it's just orange and black, it's whatever. Just wait, it's about to get crazy up in here. Okay, so now we're gonna go and use our sophisticated tool, blush brush, and add a little green. So you can see the green starting to pop up, and a lot of people are like, oh, it looks like Mardi Gras. Honey, that's gold and green and purple. This is orange. dipped the wrong one, but guess what? There's no wrong answer. It's totally fine. All right, so we've got our green kind of splattered throughout. Could use a little more over here. I know a lot of you are probably going, oh, you need some there. Oh, you need some there. Oh, what about a little bit there? Chill, we're gonna get to it, I promise. All right. So we've got some good, we got a good foundation down here. All right, so we've got green, we've got orange. Now it's time to have the purple. Ah! This is what does it. This is like what makes the soap, I swear it. Whatever that purple does to it just makes things happen. Magic. And when I run you over this, when I'm finished, you're gonna see the up close effect. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this come together? So we have a massive old purple splotch over here. So what I'm gonna do is grab a little green and round it out a little bit more. There we go. And a little more orange. And then I do keep black with me for this in case I really need to break something up, break up a couple colors or whatnot, and it gives it a little bit more dimension. Black or white gives the colors a lot more pop. So there's that one. And I'm gonna quickly go through the rest here so I don't keep you all night long, but if you're like me, you're enjoying the heck out of yourself. All right, that is so beautiful. So if you order this soap anytime within the next like week, you'll get something, you'll get one from this batch more than likely, because we have run out of it in the stores and online. So you'll probably get something, if you're order within the next week, it'll probably be from this batch. So one of these beautiful bars could be for you. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video, even though if you're loving this, I'm sorry, because I'm loving it too. And I just want to, I'm not gonna pause the video, I'm going to just grab the video off the stand and run over the soap so you can see it in its full glory over here, and then I can finish without having to keep you any longer, because y'all have been troopers if you've watched this the last 30 minutes. Yeah, amazing. Oh my gosh, just look at that. It is complete Halloween. And it's so, so pretty in person. I know this camera is not picking up all the goodness of it. So that is it. That is our Black Cat soap. I thank you guys so much for watching and for purchasing this. All the kitty cats, black kitty cats, thank you too. And again, in the springtime, we will do a black dog soap. So it'll give you dog lovers an opportunity to give back to your favorite black dog. So thank you guys again for watching and for staying in so long. I hope to do a ton more of these videos like this because it's fun. I love it. And I know you guys love it too. So thank you again. I will talk to y'all soon. Love you. Bye.